Hi guys, welcome to 8 Blue Vintage. My name is Nina and thank you for coming into my channel. I thought we would do another page in our heart journal. We did a page before in my last video and I thought let's just keep going. So I just wanted to again quickly show you just a few of these pages of what I did. Again, keeping in the same color story, just using a few elements per page so you don't get overwhelmed. And this one I really dug deep and went through my magazines. I thought that would be a fun little thing to dig through. So I chose a good like 3 elements per page. Magazine, a little piece of fabric, maybe a sticker or a saying, you know, or I just decorated the paper dolls and all that good stuff. So I thought we would work on one of these pages. So let me go ahead and clip that down and I'll show you what I pulled out of my stash today. So again, I went through my stash. I thought of the colors I want to use. That's not going to stay. Hold on, let me get another clip. Okay, so we got our bigger clip, so that should stay. So instead of going through the magazines for this page, I went ahead and I went through all of my little dishes of little fun elements that I collect. And a lot of this stuff, these dishes become kind of big because as I'm working through projects, if it didn't make the cut, I throw it in a dish then for the next time. So I went through my dishes and I actually, like I said, I have this big dish. I made a bunch of these wax seal pictures. So we're gonna use her. I think she's just precious. And I used glossy accents over her so that she's nice and shiny for us. Then I just came across this piece of doily. I think this is like a tablecloth. We'll just use one little piece of that. You know, lots of different elements that are, you know, different of fabric, very tactile, right? I love going through my journals, whether they're interactive kind of journals or they're touchy-feely kind of journals like this. So I thought, you know, just something simple like this. We can even add, let's go even a step further and add some tulle just to give it a whisper. Let's go a little bit smaller. And I always just play first before doing because I am a big person. I like to audition things first just so that I make sure I love that. I think that's going to look really pretty. And then maybe on this side we could do like a little word, a sticker, something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut off my little circle that I'd like. Sometimes I hate cutting some of this fabric away, but otherwise it's just going to sit there. I got it at a garage sale and, you know, I don't really use them as a tablecloth or whatever. I use them in my work. So I just quickly glued that down. My tape cut out on when I was gluing that. So I used hot glue. You guys can also use tacky glue. Okay, so now let's grab the other piece of fabric. And you know what? It's like so broken, this tulle, but I love it. It just adds so much charm and whimsy to your project. So let's see. I kind of want this maybe going over both pages in a way. Let's see. I'm not going to glue this down just yet because I think I'm going to glue it down when I glue her down. So I kind of like what I see. So what I'm going to do is still take my hot glue and just do both at one time. All right, let's see if this works. So this is a wax seal. Normally I would not put hot glue on the back of this just because it could melt that actual wax. But I'm just going to go for it. And there we have it. Okay, another darling little page. So now maybe let's find like a little word to put here or something right there. Okay, so now I'm gonna go through my little sticker book, my Tim Holtz sticker book that I have used and used and used. I have them all like labeled of where I'd like to use it, lines, just to keep myself organized with all these darling little words. Okay, so I see from the heart. So like I said, I usually outline or circle like my favorite sayings. That way I could kind of find them a little bit easier. So they are stickers, but I always like to add a little extra glue on them. Just so that they do stay down. And this says from the heart. I think that's just perfect. And And let's see, where do we want to put this? Maybe just right. Let's see, will that fit in there? Let's move it over. And let's kind of, it's a little askew, but you know what? That's kind of cute. So do you see it, guys? Isn't that darling? And there's another page. We're going to end up having this be a smash book. I won't be able to shut this by the time I'm done. But again, just using 3 different elements. You can always add to it, but keeping it simple at first and letting your project develop as you are working on it. As you're working on it, you might get inspired to use another piece of your beads or your vintage lace or whatever it may be. And that's what makes it all just so very special. So thanks so much, guys, for hanging out with me and doing another page of my heart journal. And if you liked what you see, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. We'll be doing a lot more journaling. And I might even bring out my dollhouse. We might even decorate my dollhouse. So hope you guys had fun. See you next time.